Hello again, everybody. I'm Rick Chambers, and in this Greatest Museum segment, we're going to take a look at the Prado. The Museum Nacional del Prado opened to the public in November of 1819. Now, according to the museum's website, the institution was created with the double aim of showing the works of art that belonged to the Spanish crown and to demonstrate to the rest of Europe that Spanish art was of equal merit to any other national school. The royal collection started to take shape back in the 16th century during the time of Charles V, and then continued under the succeeding Habsburg and Bourbon monarchs. The museum, which is located within a park in Madrid, is housed in a neoclassical building dating from 1785. In 2008, a major addition opened, courtesy of Spain's leading architect, José Rafael Moneo, known to Americans perhaps for his handsome, imposing, brutalist style, the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels in Los Angeles. Now, according to architectural record, the addition is organized longitudinally along a continuous line of clerestory glass and inundates the space with light, setting off its limestone floors and its bronze ceiling strips, its windows, and custom chandeliers. Critic David Cohen wrote that the strength of Spanish architect José Rafael Moneo, the new addition to the Prado's museum expansion in Madrid, lies in his ability to analyze and resolve the conflicting layers of history that literally stratify the hillside site behind the museum's original building. While Moneo's addition has won praise, at the Prado the building has really never been in first position. This is a place to come for the collection, which currently comprises around 7,600 paintings, some 1,000 sculptures, 4,800 prints, and about 8,200 drawings. And at present, around 1,000 works are on display. And while the Prado has an exceptional collection of European paintings in general, it's the Spanish art which makes the museum one of the greatest in the world. Key names like El Greco, Ribeiro, Zurbarán, Murillo, Velázquez, and Goya. Most important of these, of course, are Velázquez and Goya, though. Indeed, the Prado's collection contains an extremely high percentage of the work of each of those artists, with 50 canvases by Velázquez and about 140 paintings by Goya. Now, bear in mind that when the royal family first opened the museum, Goya was still alive and working for them, actually. So naturally, the museum dedicated itself not only to the collection, but also the presentation of this artist as one of the greats, which indeed, of course, he was. Velázquez, too, most assuredly ranks as one of the greatest painters of all times, and here we see most of the masterpieces from his period as court painter. The portraits, for instance, of Philip IV, Prince Ballastar Carlos, the Infante Don Carlos, and Queen Mariana of Austria, together with a sizable collection of portraits of court dwarfs as well. There are also the history paintings, including Los Borrachos, Vulcan's Forge, and the Surrender of Breda, in addition to two major compositions from the end of his life, namely The Fable of Arachne, or The Spinners, and Los Meninos, surely one of the most iconic paintings in the world, which depicts members of the royal family and its court in the studio of the painter, who is then seen in the background of the painting. After Velázquez, the second glory of the Prado are the more than 140 paintings of Francisco de Goya, including portraits of the Duke and Duchess of Osuna and the children, the Countess of Chinchon, Don Gaspar Melchor de Jovellanos, the family of Charles IV, and the Marchioness of Santa Cruz. In addition, there are two Maja paintings here and the historical work like the assault on the Mamelukes and the executions of the Principe Pio, better known as the 2nd and the 3rd of May, respectively. This latter work, a graphic depiction of a firing squad in action, ranks probably as one of the most recognizable paintings of the 19th century, and it bears comparison with the most dramatic works by Delacroix. And finally, there are infamous black paintings, the dark visionary works that for many really is reason enough for a trip to Spain. Here you're going to see the image of the Roman god Saturn devouring one of his sons, the infamous witches Sabbath, and the bizarre fantastic vision of two figures flying over a mountaintop as, in the background, soldiers fire at innocent victims. These mysterious paintings seem to stand as silent commentary about the atrocities of the war and the barbarism of mankind. And of course, we have a lot of information you're going to need as you're heading to that museum, like the hours that they're going to be open and what it's going to cost you to get a ticket to get inside. While in Madrid, don't miss two other very important museums, the Reina Sofia, Spain's Center for 20th Century Art, including Picasso's remarkable Guernica, and masterpieces by Miró as well, and stunning work by Anthony Tapias, and the intimate splendor of the Thyssen-Bormese Museum, largely composed of work donated by members of one of Europe's wealthiest families. Doesn't the Prado really sound like a great time? I hope you enjoy this segment, and check out more of our greatest museum segments at professorate.com. I'm Rick Chambers. Until next time, we'll see you.